prawn shells and more surprising things you can actually eat. Expand your culinary boundaries. There's a whole host of ingredients out there that many may dismiss as waste, weeds, or just plain wacky. But with a little know-how, these unexpected items can be turned into delicious dishes. From sweetcorn silks and avocado stones to dandelions and nettles, we take a look at the surprising things you didn't know you could eat. Watermelon rinds. You may not have considered eating watermelon skin before, but it's actually very versatile. Grated rinds can be used as an alternative to cabbage in coleslaw or added to salsa. Pickled rinds are also popular in South Africa, where they're used to make a sweet jelly that's sometimes served with cheese. Cactus fruit. Covered in needle-like thorns with a thick, fleshy skin, cactus fruits don't look very inviting, but they have a juicy, sweet center. Their taste is often likened to watermelon, and they're a staple in Mexican cuisine. The syrupy juice, which gets sweeter as it ripens, can be blended into cakes, jellies, cocktails, smoothies, sorbet and candies. Grown in desert regions throughout the Americas, Africa, Europe, and Asia, look out for nopales, cactus pads, next time you're in an organic shop or Mexican grocers. Crab shell. You can't eat any old crab shell, but soft shell crabs exterior are fine to eat. Basically, they're regular crabs which are harvested just after they've shed their hard exoskeleton and while their new one is still soft. The crabs are particularly popular deep fried, or try out this soft shell crab curry. Beetroot stems. Leafy beetroot stems are a great substitute or alternative to spinach, bok choy, and Swiss chard. Like you would with other fresh greens, simply steam, braise or sauté with a little butter. You could even eat them raw, simply thrown into salads. Stinging nettles. Handle them correctly and nettles can be used in a whole range of dishes. Once wilted, they no longer sting, but you need to wear gloves when picking, although we recommend leaving this to the experts. Nettles grow in most moderate climates around the world, and when boiled, taste a lot like spinach. They can be used in pesto, soups, and even cakes, like this indulgent nettle and lemon cake with buttercream. Banana skin. It might sound bananas, but there are plenty of ways you can cook with these fruit peels, and it's a fairly common ingredient in many parts of the world. Full of fiber, vitamins, and minerals, it just needs to be broken down in a food processor or by cooking. Try banana peel chutney, spiced with chilies and garlic, or banana peel thoran, a coconut-based curry. Flowers. There are a wide range of edible flowers out there just waiting to brighten up any salad, soup, or dessert. A few common varieties include borage, daylily, hibiscus, hollyhocks, scented geraniums, and viola. However, make sure you get them from a reputable edible flower supplier, as flowers sold in the garden center may be sprayed with chemicals. Courgette flowers. If you grow your own vegetables, you may recognize these bright yellow courgette flowers, which usually sprout during the summer months. But if you've been throwing them away, you've missed a trick. These delicate and slightly sweet-tasting flora are delicious when stuffed with ricotta and deep fried. Elderflower. A versatile blossom, elderflower is native to European woodlands and marshes, but is also very common throughout northern and eastern America. These white flowers can be used to make cordials, cookies, teas, and even infused spirits. However, its leaves and stems are poisonous, so enjoy that elderflower gin and tonic, but leave the picking and preparing to food producers. Cauliflower and broccoli leaves. There's no need to throw away cauliflower or broccoli leaves. Make the most of the entire vegetable by roasting them in olive oil and a few pinches of salt to create kale-like crisps. Like other greens, they can also be sautéed or boiled. Strawberry tops. If you love making fresh fruit smoothies, stop cutting the tops off your strawberries, there's no need. These short, spiky leaves are full of goodness, and you won't even notice them if you're whizzing them up. Strawberry tops can also be used to add flavor when infusing water, spirits, or balsamic vinegar. Lemon peel. You might be surprised to learn that lemon peel is packed with nutrients, so think twice before you throw it away. Grate the zest into salads, soups, and smoothies. Save pieces of peel to use in fruit teas, fruit cakes, or to mix into pastry before baking. Mallow. Also known as cheeseweed, mallow leaves are highly nutritious and packed with vitamin A. They taste quite bland, but this can work to their advantage as they'll take on the flavors of other ingredients. For example, they're great in a green leaf salad or sautéed with butter and salt. Mallow is widely considered a weed, so it's unlikely you'll stumble across it in the shops. Your best bet is to buy the seeds and grow your own. Pumpkin seeds. Next time you're scraping out a pumpkin to make soup, set aside the seeds. These versatile kernels can be washed, dried, then roasted with your favorite herbs and spices. Paprika and chili or rosemary and oregano are both great combinations. Give it a try and experiment with different flavors. Apple cores. What apple core? According to some advocates, there's no such thing. You should just be slicing or chomping through the entire fruit, minus the stem and pips, of course. Most of us only leave the middle because that's what we've been taught, but there's no need. It's completely edible. Hawthorn. Wild hawthorn berries can be found on hedgerows in moderate climates around the world and thrive particularly well in marshes and moist woodlands. They taste a lot like overripe apples and can be eaten raw, but they're even nicer cooked in jellies, sauces, infused vinegars, or fruit breads. Just leave the foraging to the experts. You don't want to accidentally pick something poisonous. Orange peel. Orange peel can be used to add flavor or fragrance in a variety of ways. Steep in vodka, gin, or limoncello for a few days to make delicious citrus-infused spirits, or add to mulled wine. Candied orange peels are delicious eaten alone, dipped in chocolate, or used to garnish cakes and desserts. Dandelions. In medieval times, dandelions were widely collected in England and used to make sweet wine like liqueur. Nowadays, they're considered one of the world's most common weeds and can be found in most countries with a moderate climate. But they do have their uses. Use young leaves in salads, make dandelion tea and stir into risotto. However, let experts do the picking and avoid anything that's been sprayed with chemicals or was picked by the roadside, as the plant will have absorbed petrol fumes. Gold leaf. One of the world's most precious metals, gold is often used to decorate elaborate and decadent desserts. But if you're planning on trying the trend, make sure you buy gold leaf that is marked as edible. Edible gold is completely flavorless, odorless, and non-toxic. Crickets. Eating insects is fairly common in some countries, and many cultures happily tuck into grasshoppers, grubs, beetles, and ants. Health food stores in the West have started to promote freeze-dried crickets, mealworms, and buffalo worms as sustainable, high-protein, low-carb snacks. It's even predicted they'll become a more common part of our cuisine over the next few years. Tempted. Lavender. Instantly recognizable, lavender is a floral herb with a heavy scent and strong flavor. It can be added to cakes, breads, jellies, and slow-roasted meat dishes for fragrance. Have a go with this chocolate and lavender tort or this apricot and lavender jelly. But ensure you use it sparingly, as it can be overpowering. As always, only eat lavender that is marked as edible or that you have grown. Sweetcorn silks. There's more to sweetcorn than the kernels. Next time you buy a cob, don't be in a rush to throw away the silks, that's the fluffy tassels attached to the top. These can be used to make tea, which is said to have various health benefits including anti-inflammatory properties. Simply allow to dry out, then steep in hot water. Avocado stones. It's an acquired taste, but you can actually eat the stone inside an avocado. The best way to make this very hard seed edible is to dehydrate it in the oven. Next, peel off the skin and discard, then slice and grind the seed into a powder. It's very bitter, so best added to smoothies. Prawn shells. Deep-fried prawn shells, without the head and vein, make a tasty snack. The crunchy treats are simply made by covering shell-on shrimps in corn flour and salt, and deep-frying them. For a beginner's introduction to cooking with shrimp shell, throw them into fish stock.